Hello all signs and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot read is naked, by which I mean I try to strip out as much astrology as I can. We are doing an all signs weekly energy overview today. Basically one card for each sign to see what sort of is approaching you energy wise over the next week or so. So before we do the shuffle, it has been pre-shuffled already. We got the Three of Wands. The intention's being set. You're setting the intention. Someone else is setting the intention. You've made a choice. You're ready to move on to that choice, but you're not quite there yet. Apparently, I'm not going to cut the deck. I'm going to shuffle it again. So that's the shuffle. That was the Nine of Pentacles, by the way. If you're wondering, let's try this again now. We've got the Four of Pentacles now. Okay, so someone's holding on to something. Could be an indication of greed. There is a little bit of fear involved with it, because obviously when you're greedy, you fear that you're going to lose what you're holding on to. And we got the Lovers. Well, that's the choice we were talking about before, the Three of Wands. As well, the Lovers used to be known as the choice in older decks. When I say older decks, I mean like not one I've had for the last 5 years, but I mean older decks as in like bygone years. And it could also indicate love. Okay, so let's do this read, shall we? From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the King of Pentacles. We'll pop that just there for a second. Okay. So for Aries, we have got the Devil for you. That is either you're in some sort of toxic energy. I'm feeling a bit of a split there. For some of you, you are in a toxic energy. You're trapped in something you don't want to be trapped in. You want to break free. Again, with the pre-cut and things, you've made the choice. You've woken up to it. You want to break free. You're just now in that Three of Wands position, trying to break free, working out how to break free. For others of you, it is someone coming towards you, but they've got some sort of addiction or obsession. They're obsessed with you, or they're got some sort of addiction, gambling, smoking, alcohol, or harder substances. Okay, Taurus, you have got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is, well, it's known as the Wounded Warrior card. I kind of see it as like taking a breather from a fight. Okay, you've backed away from it. You've put up your emotional defenses or your physical defenses in some cases, and you're just having a little breather before you go back into it and try to get it sorted. Again, that whole Three of Wands is coming out in that as well. With the King of Pentacles overlapping all these as well from the overall, you're going to be successful in this fight. This little breather you're going to take is going to be enough to push you through to the end. In Aries' case, again, there is success all rolled into your situation, which is approaching you over the coming week or so. If it's you're trapped in something, you will get out of it. You're going to be successful in it. It may cost you a little. Obviously, the King of Pentacles is the top of the cool card when it comes to Pentacles, and Pentacles all deals with finances. Okay, also remember, it is a general read. All because you're an Aries. If any of these other signs ring out to you, then go and check out those videos as well. Not necessarily mine if you don't particularly like my videos, or I am a little bit slow with getting my videos out at the moment because of work commitments. Go and check out any YouTube readers' sign for that. Okay, Gemini, you've got the King of Wands. With your King of Wands, I'm feeling that you're getting someone who's coming in a little bit passionately, but it's for their own ends. And it might not necessarily be love. Yes, we did have the Lovers card in that choice as well. I would say the bulk of you, this is some sort of love connection. Might not be twin flame or deep soul, but it is definitely some sort of love connection coming in. They're your person is, you've got to watch out from, the chances are that they're going to get what they want and then they're going to leave. Okay, the King of Wands is known for having quite an extensive little diary for phone numbers for various different people. Cancer, you have got the Five of Swords. Whatever is coming off on your situation this week, it's going, again, there's going to be success rolled into it, but it's going to be a little bit of a false victory. Not quite what you wanted. Yeah, okay, if you've been waiting for someone to come in and communicate with you, yes, they are, but it's not going to be the communication you thought you were going to get or you wanted to get. Okay, so you've got kind of like a victory. They're now talking to you, but you haven't got the victory you wanted. They're not talking to you in the right way or whatever. Okay, Leos, what's going on in your life? You've got the Ten of Cups. You can't quite see that because of the light. Again, I'm in a hotel, sorry. The lighting in this place is made for tarot reading. Okay. So the Ten, especially for a YouTube video. The Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is an indication of a new start to come. Okay. It's someone who was a situation which is very emotionally fulfilling. You've got kind of like your dream relationship life with the Ten of Cups there. Okay, the problem with the Ten of Cups is sometimes it's a little bit sort of like fairy tale and rainbowish. You might think you have it, or they might think they have it, but the other side doesn't necessarily think they've got it. They might think, well, yeah, okay, you're nice, but you're not my cup of tea. Okay. So we got the Six of Swords coming out for Virgo. Virgo, you're wanting to go to a calmer, more stable place. Okay. And the energies around you for the coming week is kind of suggesting that you are in the position to be able to do that. Now I've pulled a few more cards out, I will at this point like to point out to everyone that you can read the cards around yours as well. Okay, so for instance, Virgo there with Leo, you want to go to a calmer, more stable place within your relationship you're in. Your relationship is a little bit, as I said, fairy tale-ish. You're thinking it's really good and all that, but you know that it's not deep down. So you want to bring it onto that calmer, less turbulent level. You want to get out the arguments and things and just get in the love and cuddling up on the sofa and not having to watch tarot reads to see what's going on in your love life. You can also read them going down. So for instance, we would have Taurus above you there, Virgo, in the Nine of Wands, going with that Six of Swords. You're in some sort of conflict at the moment. You're taking a break from it. You're just like having a quick breather before you go back into it. And your ultimate goal is to actually like smooth things over. Okay, Libra, you have got the Empress. Okay, this is your energy. You're going to be in this very positive, very lucky, very successful energy. Again, that King of Pentacles on there, all about success. There will be hard work involved in it. Okay, it's the universe very rarely hands you anything on a plate, but what you put in is what you're going to get out. I mean, the tree above her is abundant with fruit. The Empress is a very fertile type energy. It's all about like spring and the new beginnings of life. Yes, for a couple of you, you may be getting pregnant within this next week or so. Okay. So, Scorpio, you have got the Page of Cups. The energies coming towards you is definitely one of love. We did have the Lover's card in the split as well. But it's small love. They're coming in, and a bit like Cancer above it, not quite how you were expecting or wanting it to, but they are coming in. The Page of Pentacles is all about love and romance and wanting to give you some sort of like gesture or gift to show you how much they do love you. Okay, Sagittarius, you have got the Four of Cups. Again, the lighting's just catching on that one. There we go. You've got the Four of Cups. They're not very exciting cards to look at. This is why I do it. It's part of the nakedness. It's why I got these cards. Actually, they were gifted to me. But my other deck, my bigger deck, which isn't so good for doing like a big spread like this because they're bigger, they take up more room, is very similar. It's just like this, big cards or cups on a card. There's no real images or anything. But that's what keeps it naked. I'm just dealing with the energies of them. I'm not dealing with any sort of picture or suggestion from the actual image on the card itself. The Four of Cups, it's a cup of boredom, is a cup of disappointment, or it's a card of boredom, it's a cup of disappointment. I do feel you're being linked up there with that Cancer. It is an opposite corner, an antipode, if you like, of the read. Yeah, you're disappointed. You're not quite getting what you want. You've got lots of stuff already, but you're wanting something else, and it just don't seem to be materializing. And that in itself isn't the problem. What this card is sort of suggesting about it is you're either going to be like dreaming about it a lot, or being a little bit frustrated that it's not coming in as quick as you would want it to. Right, Capricorn, you've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords, she's a bit of a cold character. She's a bit emotionless. She wasn't always this way. She was very much like the Queen of Cups. She was quite loving and all that, but she's just been done over one too many times. You really have to prove yourself with the Queen of Swords, and this is what's coming towards you this week. You're going to have to prove yourself to someone who is fair and just, but won't just take you on face value and say, yeah, okay. You need to prove your loyalty to them. You need to prove your worth to them. Okay, Aquarius, you've got the Queen of Wands. You are dealing with someone who's a little bit two-faced, someone who is a little bit like a politician, keeps promising you the world, but very rarely delivers you a grain of soil. On the outside, they look all the big I am and everything is good, but on the inside, they're full of turmoil and they are putting a mask on what's really going on in their life. I feel with the Queen of Swords before it, and the card what's coming after it, is going to actually say that they're coming to you for advice on something, okay? I couldn't tell you what. We're not going to clarify it. It's only going to be Libra who gets a clarification because it's their birthday this week. Okay, the Three of Swords. I can give you a little bit more of a heads up on what that advice was. I could feel that that card was connected to this Queen of Pentacles. It's about basically heartbreak from a breakup. Okay, it's about some sort of separation or some sort of, well, breakup they've had. Okay, on the outside they're painting it all well and nice. Yeah, it's not bothering me, it's not affecting me. But on the inside they're full of turmoil, and they're looking for your guiding hand. Okay, that Queen of Wands is being linked to quite a lot of the cards on there. I feel it's linked to the Empress. I feel it's linked to the Queen of Swords. It's definitely linked with that Three of Swords next to it as well. Okay, and it is linked a little bit to the Aries card up there, the Devil. It's they're sort of being trapped in something which they want to escape from. But anyway, let's get off of Aquarius and let's get back to Pisces. Pisces, you are dealing with some sort of breakup this week. For some of you, you will be the one breaking up. For others, they will be breaking up with you. Okay, but it will be coming in this week. For a minority of you, it's not really some sort of romantic breakup. It is just going to cause you a lot of pain and suffering, like if it was a romantic breakup. Okay, it might be, I don't know, you might get fired, and yes, you might love the job, but not in the sense of how you would love a person, and you might feel that pain and loss like if it was breaking up from a person. Okay, so let's clean these cards up. We'll just leave Libras out, this Empress card, and we'll see in a little bit more detail, Libra, what is coming for you this week. Just pick all them up and put them on the side. I'll sort that deck out in a little while. Right, okay, there we go. Let's get the clarifications out for you, Libra. Yes, it is a general read. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. I really should have said this at the beginning of the video, but I'm pretty sure as long as I say it at some point in the video, it's fine. It may or may not resonate with you, but it is what it is. It can't resonate with everyone. Life would be boring if we were all in the same situation at the same time, wouldn't it? Okay, so... Oh, Libra, you're looking good. Okay, so Libra, you've got the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is that emotional fulfillment we felt with that Ten of Cups with Leos there. You could slightly be linked to the Leos. It's also the minor arcana of the Star, which is all about your hopes and dreams, your wishes, what you want from life. And it's starting to materialize. You have sort of got to an energy level where you start attracting what you actually want. This is the good time for you to start manifesting things into your life. The results are going to be making you happy. You're going to make you feel secure. You're going to feel victorious, like she is on the card, waving her arms about. As I said, I used the basic set of tarot decks for the read, so I don't do what I just done there and pull in the image of the card. But the tarot is strange. The images on the card are quite important, because it could have come out with the sun for your main card, and then we could have had the Empress there, and it would have sort of, I wouldn't be talking about how victorious she looks. And most sun cards, you don't have someone looking that victorious coming in on the Chariot. There could be some connection to, like, a win against all the odds, like from the Chariot card, because this particular sun has a Chariot on it. And you're going to feel like you're being driven forward. Yeah, it's not so much you're driving yourself forward, it's like you're riding a crest of a wave on a surfboard. You're being propelled forward by something else. Okay, let's just see what the crossing card is on this for you. Oh, we got the crossing card of the Hierophant. It's generally, you're in this energy because you have learned your lessons. The universe keeps throwing you things you have to learn. You've been learning them. You've been acing them, in fact. So the universe keeps like promoting you up to the next lesson, the next lesson, the next lesson. You know how it is. You sort of gradually go up the stages until you're at the top of your band. And that's what the Hierophant here is representing. The Hierophant is quite often seen as someone who's at the top of their educational vocabulary. Vocabulary is not the right word. But they sort of like, they're seen as professors or like teachers or things like that, gurus, someone who knows what they're going on about. And that is you. You have got to that stage where you do know what you're going on about. You know how to manifest, and you do it well. You're feeling all the afterglow of your manifestations coming in. You may not realize you manifest. Basically, a manifestation is a wish, a prayer, something you ask out for. Yeah. Oh God, I could really do with some money because I've got a bill coming up at the end of the month. And all of a sudden, you just find a tenner or £20 laying on the side of the road. Yeah, it's not the sort of kind of money you were looking for, but it's the start of it. And if you pay attention to these signs, what come around, you will notice that, oh yeah, I found that £20 2 days ago, and I bought a lottery ticket with that, and then I won the money I needed to pay that bill. I didn't win more. I won just about the right amount of money, because that's what you're asking for. That's what you're manifesting. Okay, so when you do manifest, always just go that little bit extra. Sort of say, oh yeah, I could really do with like £150 to pay my electric bill, or better or more. Yeah. And as long as it's for the greater good, the universe actually pays it. Okay, you get your £150 and you might get an extra £1,000 with it. You might get $1 million because somewhere floating around in the back of your head, you've sort of said at some point, you've put that manifestation out to the universe as well, that if I ever won the lottery big, I would donate 50% of it to charity. Okay, so your £1 million, you've only got $500,000 now, but you're going to stick to it. That's going to pull back to your forefront of your mind, and you think, oh yeah, I did actually say I was going to. Yeah, I'll donate some of this to charity. You might not donate the half you said you would, but the universe knows that you are going to do some of it. Okay, so it's for the greater good. Okay, so that is your read all signs. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it did, please like, subscribe, share and comment. If it didn't, don't worry too much. Next week it might, so I suggest you still subscribe at the very least. Thank you very much and catch you all soon.